Good morning, everybody. Shane here with Shanty Homestead. Kind of want to give you a little bit of an update of what's going on. We've got several things that will be included in this video. It's Monday. This is my day off, and I wanted to do some fencing today and get started back on this fence. This is a cross fence here that it's actually a border fence to another paddock that I was wanting to finish today. But if I did that, I would be working on one thing and only getting one thing accomplished. But it is getting toward the end of October and the temperatures are starting to drop. So instead of being caught in a place where I'm in a bind and have to hurry, I'm going to be winterizing some things today on the homestead. You've heard us say before that we live in a mobile home here. And so there's always some things with a house like that have to be taken care of before cold weather hits. There's a few places where some varmints, some critters have dug holes underneath the outside skirting, and I'll be fixing those holes. I think I've caught all those animals and got them where they're not living under there or trying to. And I'm going to winterize one water line that gave us trouble in the coldest of the winter about 3 years ago. It didn't give us any trouble last year, but this year we've made some changes to it, so I want to winterize that. I want to winterize my well house, and then I've got some other projects going. Got the well house heater in, a little milk house heater there. I've got another style of heater I want to buy, but I'll put this one in for now. Temperatures aren't supposed to be dropping to freezing, but I just don't like to have to worry about it when I hear they're going to. I've got it in there, plugged it in, made sure it works, and turned it down to a low setting. I did have trouble with this about 3 years ago, but it wasn't because water lines necessarily froze up from being put in proper. It was because the heater that was in this well house quit and everything inside of here froze up, and then it also ended up freezing up some water lines under the house. So I ended up cutting all this out, cutting all this loose, bought a new pressure tank, new pressure switch, new valves, everything, and rebuilt this about 3 years ago. So to stay on top of it. Probably change the heater out every other year and not let the heaters get old enough to go bad. Added to the list of things that are going on today while we're winterizing and burning brush is we have a sick goat. This is Murney, obviously white, but one of our white goats that has really tamed down quite a bit. We came home after morning services yesterday, and she was laying down and not acting like herself. It truly is a fact that you get to know their personality. And she was laying down on her side with her head plumb on the ground. Never seen her like that. Right now, if she was her normal self, she would be on her feet and nervous for me standing here. So she does not have scours or anything like that, or any signs of weak legs or anything. She's just very lethargic. And no runny nose. Her eyes look good as far as the color in her eyelids, with no signs of parasite problems. We think perhaps she's probably eaten something that made her sick. We're not sure. So we got her up last night after evening services. Lisa and I got her up here in the barn. She was easy to catch, which is another sign something's wrong with her. Very easy to catch. We've got her in here and given her grain. That grain's been in there all day. It's lunchtime now, and she hasn't hardly touched it. I went ahead and made sure she had good water and some minerals. We gave her colloidal silver last night and walnut tincture. We're going to keep giving her colloidal silver every 24 hours. And this morning she was up on her feet, and she looked pretty good, and now she just looks tired. So we'll keep you posted on Murney and how she's doing. I've got 3 pieces of skirting loose under the mobile home, and the heat tape that was under there all these years we've been here, come to find out it didn't have any power to it. It was hooked in with an old wire that went to a swimming pool pump somebody had in before. So I've added heat tape to this pipe going up and comes out for Lisa's garden water hose. And that heat tape runs all the way across, comes across here, and then I've got another heat tape back there that I'm going to hook up and putting a new GFI protected waterproof box. All of this wiring was absolutely a mess. So I pulled out also a bunch of old cable, TV wire and telephone wire. Just got all that junk out of the way. So we're well on our way to having things ready for winter. Because of the goat fence, where the goat fence was originally, or is at now, my deer feeder and salt block were down there in what is going to be one of the next paddocks, and just too close to the paddock they're in now. So I moved this one up toward the end of the house, where from the deck and from the end of the house we can see deer and turkey that want to feed on that. Got it moved the other day and filled up with grain. And then you can see over here, I lit a brush fire. I've been wanting this brush pile burned for a long time, and so I'll get it going good and stirred up with the tractor, and we'll have some video after a while. We've got some other wood over there left over from logging cedar trees that needs to be burnt up and moved out of the way, and this will all be cleaned up. The spot where I'm burning this brush pile right now, and the spot where this deer feeder is at, and the spot where I'm standing right here, is the place that we are reserving for a house. And so we're hoping to get to build a house here. So it's kind of fun to clean up this lot and just be able to get a good look at it. We hope you enjoyed our video. If it looks like we had a lot going on today, we did. We had several things going on at the same time. But usually I have 1 day a week off on Mondays. I work two separate jobs, two different jobs. And so it's hard to fit everything in. And if no other circumstances get in the way, this 1 day is a perfect day, especially with the weather being as good as it was on this particular day, to get a lot of these small projects done. Thank you for watching. We hope that you'll subscribe to our channel. All of those that are already subscribed, we appreciate you following our channel. See you on the next video.